Megadeth thrash icons, one of the big four with Metallica, Anthrax, and Slayer. They just released their new self-titled record and their last record, as they say right now, yesterday on Friday. And so I figured what a perfect time to do my favorite top 3 songs from each studio album. This will be part 1. We're going to do the first 4 records today. And you can see here is, well, my image of Dave. I know it doesn't look too much like Dave in the face. And then you have their mascot, Vic Rattlehead, right next to him, which I think they did a pretty good rendition of that. I've been a Megadeth fan for a long time. I'm pretty sure I zoomed in. It was either on MTV where Countdown to Extinction, that record was coming out. So Symphony of Destruction was like battling for the #1 spot on the countdown. Or I had Columbia House and BMG Music when I was a kid, and I ordered Rust in Peace, which is a just fantastic record by them. So it's one of those 2 records where I first got exposed to Megadeth, and then I just been buying their music since then. But let's start with their first record, Killing Is My Business. That was released in 1985. You probably know Dave Mustaine was in Metallica. Substance abuse issue. He ends up getting kicked out, but he co-wrote a lot of the songs on Kill 'Em All. He may have even written some of the songs for Ride the Lightning, or co-wrote them on the new record. There's a bonus track of Ride the Lightning, which he does an awesome job on. So I got to give him credit for that. In his band with him, so you have Dave Mustaine on guitars and vocals. He also piano on the opening track. Dave Ellefson is doing bass and backing vocals. Chris Pullen on guitar, and then Gar Samuelson on drums. Dave Mustaine wrote all of the music except for the cover, which is the last song on this record. Let's get into this. So let's take a Killing Is My Business and Business Is Good, 1985. The first song we're going to go with here is the opener, Last Rites and Love to Death. Mustaine's playing the piano in the beginning. I feel like the piano is just like ease you in and trick you to what this music is going to be. Once the song kicks into the Love to Death part, the guitar is super cool. It's just this thrashy driving track, which this is a thrash legend, Megadeth, so you should expect that. These drums have like a roll to them, and then you have the shred of the guitar, which is iconic for Megadeth. To me, on this song, the band is just totally jamming. They're jamming with each other, having a good time. And the songs on this record definitely have a raw feel to them, and the production's very raw as well. So this one I had to grow into just because I did not start here with. Next song we're going to go with is track number 3, The Skull Beneath the Skin. The opening guitar sounds like, I don't know, like it's a new guitar player trying to figure out the riff. Another song that I think kind of tricks you what the song is going to be. But then once the band gets going, that a really new learner feel is gone, and you can just tell the skill of the band once the jamming starts. The song has more hooks and rhythm than the songs leading up to it, tracks 1 and 2. I think that's a nice change of pace. The beat and tempo is just a good touch to this record to just change it up a little bit. The drumming absolutely is a standout for me on this song, The Skull Beneath the Skin. And then my third song, and not, I don't have them in order. I'm just going in order they are on the record. We're going to go with Mechanics. This is written while Dave Mustaine was with Metallica. And so if you know Metallica, this song sounds so similar to The Four Horsemen by Metallica, which I heard first. But on Mechanics, to me, this one is sped up. It's going faster. The lyrics are completely different. On this record, I just can't help but be drawn to it because I've heard The Four Horsemen so many times before I even came across Megadeth having Mechanics. But I dig it. I think it's cool. It's my favorite song on this record. I think it has a great riff. The hooks are awesome, and I just really like the speed of it. Drummer is absolutely getting his workout in on this song. So let's go. We're going to go to the next record, Peace Sells, But Who's Buying, released in 1986, so a year later. So top 3 songs here. We're going to go with song number 3, Peace Sells. This is an iconic Megadeth song and just concert staple. It's often in the last 3 songs they're going to play with, and often they play it before Holy Wars, the Punishment, to close out their concert. To me, this song was a gateway to Dave doing like this talking vocal style that you'll see later on other tracks, but really on Sweating Bullets, which is on the Countdown to Extinction record. So I think he was just trying different things out, really worked on Peace Sells, and so he works it into songs here and there across their catalog. The opening bass line, when you hear it, I just can't help but pump you up if you know this song. And, you know, at this point, I'll use the word iconic again. I think the bass line's iconic. And for me, this song gets better and better with each listen. It's not one that I'm like, oh man, I've heard this one so much. I just really dig this one. So excellent, excellent songwriting on this track. Next song we're going to go with is track number 4, Devil's Island. On this album, Dave's absolutely evolving as a singer. There's many more hooks in the harmonies he's doing while he's singing. And really, when he's singing that chorus part of Devil's Island, definitely more of a catchy vibe to it than on the previous record. The guitar has a good march to it, and just another song where the drums really stand out. Dave Mustaine has done a really good job of bringing different drummers in, because Megadeth is kind of like a revolving door. They've had so many different musicians come in and out of the band, some guys coming in more than once. And so each record, if there's new guys in the band, I'm going to point it out. I'll do my best to point it out, but you know, they have quite a few of them. And then third song we're going to go with is My Last Words, track number 8. Yeah, this record, it's much more polished of production sounding. The guitars don't have this raw garage band sound to it, which I like the more polished version, although there's something really nostalgic about having that garage band feel on the first record. Super dig the guitar and bass in the beginning of this track. And then on the verses, Dave Elephant is just jamming. Pay attention. It's like he's doing bass solos during it. So I think he's having a great time on this. Overall, the musicianship on this track is top notch. All right, let's go to the next record, their third record. So Far, So Good, So What? Released in 1988. All the tracks were written by Dave Mustaine. 4 of the songs were co-written by Dave Ellefson. And you have track number 3 is a cover. And so obviously they didn't write that one. I mean, Dave changed the lyrics a little bit, Mustaine that is. Now we have a new guitarist here. Jeff Young comes in on guitars, and then Chuck Beller, I believe that's how you pronounce his name, is on drums. Open it up. We're going to go track 1, Into the Lungs of Hell. This is just instrumental excellence. I feel like Megadeth creates this really cool landscape for the guitar soloing just to take center stage and just have a great time. When I think Megadeth, guitars and just shredding is one of the things that stands out to me. It's one of the things I love about Megadeth, because guitar is the first instrument I was drawn to, and I wanted to be a guitar player. Was never any good. But, Megadeth, that's one of those bands that you hear a riff and then you want to start jamming. So, you know, that's really awesome. All right, the second song we're going to go with is track number 2, Set the World Afire. Solid driving song. The groove comes in about 142 in this track. Mustaine's definitely working on just continuing to evolve his singing on records with this one and Peace Sells. And then the guitar solo, yeah, super dig it. It's a strong guitar solo on Set the World Afire. And then my favorite song on the album is track number 6, In My Darkest Hour. The acoustic opening is super clean. I just think the craftsmanship of how they put this song together, the songwriting is excellent. Super dig it. The build-up really strong, and then there's layers within the song. You hear what the 2 guitars are doing, what the bass is doing, what the drums doing. It's just great. Really good. This is the closest Megadeth gets over these first 4 albums of writing a ballad. This is not a ballad, but I'll say it's the closest they get to it. And yeah, they're ripping on the guitar solo. Whether it's Poland or Mustaine doing that, I have a hard time knowing which guitar player did it, because Mustaine's a shredder too. Unless you see them play live, it's hard to pick out who's doing the shredding. All right, one more album for this video. We're going to go the classic Rust in Peace. I think this is many Megadeth fans' #1 record. Released in 1990. Possibly my first Megadeth record, possibly my second. I wish my brain was that good to remember how that went down. But released in 1990, Dave Ellefson co-writes 3 tracks with Dave Mustaine here. In comes Marty Freeman on guitar and Nick Menza on drums. These 4 with Mustaine and Ellefson are, for many fans, the quintessential Megadeth lineup. And there was always hope the boys would come back in and jam with Dave Mustaine. This should be really obvious. I mean, does anyone not think Holy War's The Punishment Due is not the best song on this record? To me, it's one of my favorite songs. It's going to be in my top 3 Megadeth songs of all time. And man, maybe if I was going to rank some of my favorite songs across bands, this one's going to be way, way up there. The song's epic. It is just amazing. The opening, riffing, and intro is, man, it's stellar. This is a stellar song. And it's like 90 seconds of brilliance before Dave Mustaine starts singing. I never get tired of it. I think the biblical lyric stylings is cool and catchy. There's twists and turns of this track because, it's on the longer end. This is often, more times than not, this is the concert closers. This is a song just to go out with a bang. But yeah, just awesome. The lyrics, they killed my wife and my baby, man. And then first mistake, last mistake. I mean, check out that lyrical cycle when Dave is singing that. I think it's just, man, it just gets you. This is a song that pumps you up. And then for me, on Rust in Peace, Megadeth just shifted into another gear. They're starting to get even more polished, and they're finding their sound. All right, we're going to go track number 2, Hangar 18. Really strong opening to this song. Dave and Marty, Dave Mustaine that is, you can tell they're having a blast just jamming their guitars to this one. I feel like Nick and Dave Ellefson are keeping a strong rhythm section so that Mustaine and Marty Friedman can just have this great landscape to just solo all over this playground. So Hangar 18, yeah, it's a banger. One more song. Let's go down to, I had a couple I was going to choose from because this record's so good, but we're going to go song number 7, Tornado of Souls. Right from the opening, you can tell the song's going to rip. Mustaine, he's figured out how to use his voice as an instrument just to pair really well with the musicians here, the guitar, the bass, the drums. He has this sinister vocal styling that he brings into it, adding another element to the song. I think the guitar distortion just on the record overall is excellent, and it's evident why Marty Friedman became this like guitar virtuoso when he has all these solo records out. But Megadeth, great band. I get it. Dave Mustaine's singing's not for everybody. It's kind of one of those things you got to build into, but I'm a big fan of theirs. I'm excited about their new record. I've listened to it quite a bit, pretty happy with it. But I will get part 2, the next 4 records out pretty soon. But yeah, I'm curious, what are your favorite Megadeth songs? Take care, y'all.